Good afternoon, I'm Guiao, and this is One News Now. President Bongbong Marcos addressed the Filipino community in Indonesia in his first state visit as chief executive. Maricel Halili with the report.
President Bongbong Marcos kicked off his inaugural state visit by meeting the Filipino community in the Indonesian capital of Jakarta. Here, the president was met with a rousing welcome.
PBBM! PBBM!
The mood at the Fairmont Hotel was similar to that of the president's pre-election rallies a few months ago.
Basta kasama ang mga Pilipino, masaya talaga, no? Nakuha pati yung kanta ko. Yung unang kinanta, lumabas siguro sa social media ito. Ito yung kinanta ko ng birthday ng aking minamahal na asawa. At saka yung mga kanta namin sa mga rally.
During his speech, the president announced that the Department of Migrant Workers would become fully operational by the first quarter of 2023. This, he says, is meant to ensure that the welfare and rights of overseas workers, including the 7,400 Filipinos in Indonesia, will be protected.
I, together with the cabinet, are fully committed to making sure that every Filipino's economic, social, and cultural potential are fully realized in our own country. Nang sa ganun, ay masasabi natin na makakamtan din natin ang ating pangarap na kung magkaroon pa ng OFW, ito ay hindi dahil na kayo'y napilitang umalis ng Pilipinas, kundi dahil ninanais ninyong pumunta sa mas magandang pwesto.
With this visit, President Marcos hopes to prove that OFWs will be prioritized under his administration. The president's official agenda, however, did not include the case of alleged drug mule Mary Jane Veloso, who remains on Indonesia's death row. Veloso was spared from execution in 2015 following the arrest of her recruiters here in the Philippines. Veloso has been in detention in Indonesia since 2010. According to the initial schedule distributed to the media delegation, President Marcos will not visit Veloso.
It's always an issue. Perhaps it will be broached by both parties, by one or both parties. We'll have to see. I understand since it's a pending issue, it may be inescapable, but we will announce if it is taken up.
President Marcos also made no mention of Veloso's case in his speech before the Filipino community on Sunday, September 4th. What is clear so far is that the Department of Foreign Affairs will take the lead on the case.
It will be the Department of Foreign Affairs that will be taking the lead, primarily for two reasons. One, it has the institutional memory and knowledge from the start of the case until today. And second, and I'm pretty sure Secretary Trixie will agree with me on the importance of speaking with one voice on a case that has such very sensitive dimensions.
President Marcos will proceed to a roundtable discussion with business leaders in Indonesia. He is also set to visit the Istiqlal Mosque and Jakarta Cathedral. The president will stay here in Jakarta until Tuesday, September 6th, before flying to Singapore for his second state visit. Reporting from Jakarta, Indonesia, for News 5, Maricel Halili, we are One News.
Gabriela party list is again urging President Marcos to seek executive clemency for Mary Jane Veloso. Representative Arlene Brosas says there is no reason not to bring up Veloso's case in his meeting with Indonesian President Joko Widodo. Gabriela insists that Veloso is simply a victim of human trafficking. Veloso's father and progressive groups flocked to the Foreign Affairs Department to call for her release. Recall that Mary Jane has been sentenced to death in Indonesia after airport authorities found heroin hidden in her suitcase back in 2010. In other news, the Agriculture Department is batting for a bigger budget for 2023, some 163 billion pesos. The proposed budget for next year for the Department of Agriculture is currently headed by President Bongbong Marcos, is bigger by 46 billion pesos compared to this year. The biggest chunk of the proposed allocation went to the Office of the Secretary at 90 billion pesos. Meanwhile, the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, or BFAR, saw a 35% increase in their proposed budget at 6.3 billion pesos. The budget for the National Fisheries Research and Development Institute also saw a slight increase. We will be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The San Miguel Beermen reclaimed the Philippine Cup crown after beating TNT in Game 7 of the finals. Marty Bautista with the details.
It's now time to meet your 2022 PBA Philippine Cup champions, the San Miguel Beermen!
After a 3-year drought, the San Miguel Beermen are again the All-Filipino Cup champions. The Beermen defeated the TNT Tropang Giga in the deciding Game 7, 119-97, in front of a crowd of almost 16,000 at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. This was the team's 10th Philippine Cup title overall and the first since winning its 5th straight in 2019. SMB rode on a convincing 17-0 run to open the 4th quarter to put the game away for good. Junmar Fajardo was named Finals MVP for the 4th time in his career, tied for most in PBA history. Abay capped a dominant performance in the series with 19 points, 18 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 blocks in Game 7.
Bittersweet kasi nga nag-champion kami, nakabalik ulit kami sa top, pero ayun, miss ko yung mama ko kasi wala siya dito. Pero ganun talaga, malam ko proud siya sa akin ngayon. Ginaguide niya ako, ginaguide niya kami ng family ko.
Fajardo was backstopped by CJ Perez, who had 25 points in his first PBA finals. Vic Manuel added 16 points as he finally got his ring after 6 trips in the finals. Meanwhile, the Tropang Giga had to fight through a series of unfortunate events all game, with head coach Chot Reyes unavailable due to health and safety protocols. Then in the 3rd quarter, the team lost center Poy Eram after a flagrant foul. Still, TNT put up a fight behind Jason Castro, who finished with 32 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. Castro said their chief tactician's absence in a do-or-die game was crucial.
Malaking bagay, siyempre. Pagdating sa mga adjustment at saka motivation. Pero nandyan siya or wala siya, nag-step up naman yung mga ibang coaches para sa kanya.
Meanwhile, for San Miguel head coach Leo Austria, haters and doubters only fueled them in winning the season.
After winning a 5 All-Filipino, so I'm confident na I can make it another championship.
For News 5, Marty Bautista, We Are One News.
Still in the PBA, veteran coach Yeng Guiao returns to rain or shine after 6 years with the NLEX Road Warriors. This comes just 1 week after Guiao parted ways with NLEX after deciding not to renew his contract with the team. The 63-year-old coach won 2 titles with the Elasto Painters and was the last one to bring a championship to the franchise back in 2016. He replaces Chris Gavina as coach for the Elasto Painters. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.